Use me. Use me, please. Use me like one of your French girls.
What the fuck are you?
I am the personification of your inner aggression, a symbolic representation of it in the form of an apple, the forbidden fruit, to help the average TikTok watcher understand it easily. Because if that trending song isn't playing in the background, their brain stops processing the message.
What do you want?
You have to use me or I will use you. That's what I mean. To do this properly, you have to focus it on these things. First. No, wait. What are you doing?
Fuck that. I'm not smoking that weed again. I forgot how to breathe for 5 minutes.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
You again?
Wait! Don't throw me out! I know what you did to Macintosh, you monster! He still had juice in him. No! No!
Vinci had no idea that avoiding his aggression would only lead to his suffering, and that the only thing he is destroying in the process is his potential.
I come from a single mother household. I didn't have a good male role model, so I never knew how to properly use masculine energy. And because of that, I had beliefs like successful people are bad. Every masculine behavior was perceived as a threat for my mother because of probably my father that was an alcoholic. And I was acting like a good boy. That's me as a teenager, real life photo. And I wasted over a decade of my life because of not knowing how to use masculine energy properly. I got into all kinds of vices, bad habits. I was eating junk food, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, and my life was shit. And all of this because of how I perceived aggression. Because I didn't know how to use it the right way, it turned into self-aggression. So in other words, attacking yourself. And this is what a lot of guys are doing nowadays. And there's only one way, in my opinion, to use it right. And if you don't have 10 minutes that might save you 10 years of your life, it's cool, click off this video, but I will try to explain how now, after making all of that mistakes, I'm doing that and I'm in the best shape of my life. I don't have any vices anymore. I work hard as motherfucker and I'm pretty fucking happy with my life. So there are two ways that you can misalign your aggression. It can be either externalized or it can be directed inward. When it comes to directing that inward, this is what I was doing because I wasn't doing what I really felt I should do with my life. I wanted to be a YouTuber. When I was a teenager, I wanted to be a rapper. I'm more of a creative person. I became a programmer because this was a safe route, and because of that, somewhere deep inside, I hated myself because I couldn't be trusted. So I was punishing myself for that choice. And if you're not directing your masculine energy, your natural aggression that you just have as a male given by God, you will want to punish yourself for that. And you will get into all kinds of vices and bad habits. It can also be externalized because when you will run away from it, you will find other people that are doing that too. Monkeys here represent group thinking because you now get into a group in which you are playing video games, you say to yourself that you're happy, and these guys that are working hard, that they are not happy, they are insecure, whatever. This is an example of what I went through 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago. I was living in this small apartment that had like 7 square meters. It was cheap, so my thinking was, okay, I'm saving money here, I will go through it. It's not that bad, but there were other people living there. There was one girl that was very narcissistic, like the world revolves around her, and she was doing laundry a lot of times. It's like, you do you, but one time I asked her, please not do it after the midnight, and she still did it. I wanted to go to sleep earlier. I had some important stuff in my work, but she didn't give a fuck. And for some time, I was a good boy once again. I was like, okay, fuck it. I want to save my money. I didn't say anything, but I was coping with all of that. There was a lot of aggression that I was repressing, and I stayed in that place. But at one point, the same exact thing happened. She did the laundry at like 1 a.m. I woke up and I just yelled at, not at her, but at her room that was like next to me, and I got kicked out from that apartment. But it was a great thing that it happened because I moved to this apartment. It costs more, it put a lot more pressure on me, but I also started to work a lot harder, a lot better, and I don't regret that it happened that way. So in summary, the correct way to use your aggression is to focus it on your goals, on yourself, on whatever is in your control. And if you think that this is selfish, egotistical, and narcissistic, this is something that I was thinking too lately. I created this short on my channel about how you can start reading again. And it's stupid, it's silly. I'm acting like a retard here. And I was talking with my friend and he told me about the war on Ukraine. I'm from Poland and there are a lot of Ukrainian people now here in Poland because of the war. And I was thinking like, bro, there are people dying, there are people fighting a war, and I'm doing this stupid shit. But this is what people want to watch. That's the first thing. They prefer to learn by fun. But also think about it that way. How the fuck does it help that you are there in self-pity, you're being noble, humble, not that ambitious, you're not working hard to make your life better because there are other people in the world that are going through hard stuff, hard shit. How does it fucking help anyone? You're there probably fucking around doing bad habits, being noble and humble. It doesn't help anyone. If you want to be that good and humble, earn some fucking money and then help these people if you really want to. This kind of behavior doesn't serve anyone and it's not selfish. If you focus on yourself and on your goals. There are girls making millions of dollars on OnlyFans. There are guys like Mark Zuckerberg making billions of dollars by making you addicted to your phone. There are pharmaceutical companies that are earning a lot of fucking cash by making people addicted. They all fucking know exactly what they're doing, but you're there being noble and humble and not that ambitious because you don't want to be. But sadly, this is one of the reasons why the world looks as it looks like right now, because there are too many good guys, good boys that don't want to be too aggressive, too ambitious. They don't want to be selfish, whilst there are people like that that don't give a fuck and they just take billions of dollars and they don't care if they are noble or selfish or not doing that. To summarize, what I think is the best way to use your male aggression is to focus on yourself. In other words, what's in your field of control. What you have control over are your emotions, your thoughts, your actions. So your bubble of reality, things like your income, physique, health and skill set. Because you don't have control over other people, you can't force anyone to do anything. And this is the only thing that you can change and that you should put your attention towards, I think. And that's exactly what I'm doing. In other words, become your best self, because if you're this guy that doesn't want to be selfish, blah, 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 but you still want to help others, it's like donating your blood whilst it's still infected. What the fuck are you doing? You're not doing any good that way. And another thing, don't be ashamed of being a man, of having desires, having needs, being driven and ambitious. That's the worst thing that you can do to yourself and the world around you and your loved ones. And if you think all of that is obvious and, oh bro, tell me something that I don't know, you're such a genius, wow. If it's obvious, then your actions should reflect it. And remember that it might be obvious to you on a conscious level, but on your subconscious level, as I was doing it here, you might be pushing your aggression down because you think that it's something bad that you're doing. That's all. If you want to start doing something with your life, go through your Renaissance, check the Renaissance of Productivity, link in the description. Watch the video that is on the screen right now if you want to keep learning, and to be continued. Ha, lol.